drive me fucking crazy. First and foremost, fentanyl is not a drug that people are choosing to take, okay? It's not an overdose. When your drugs are spiked with fentanyl, it's not an overdose. Your drugs were spiked. Unless you chose to take fentanyl, you didn't overdose on fentanyl. That's first and foremost. Just because somebody wants to get high doesn't mean they have a drug problem. Nobody died of a drug problem here. They were poisoned. Rest in peace to Michael K. Williams, Fuquan Johnson, Talia Williams, and Enrico Kolenig. All these people died in the past 2 days, drugs laced with fentanyl. The stories that keep coming out about these drugs and about what happened with them was an overdose. This isn't an overdose. Nobody wanted fentanyl. Nobody asked for fentanyl. They wanted cocaine. They wanted to get high and go fuck or get high and have a good time. What is wrong with that? Stop. You guys are so fucking weird. I work for a Fortune 500 company where 90% or more drink. Nobody bats an eye when we're all together at the company party, clinging glasses, busting open the Dom Perignon. If I smoke a joint, I have to remove that and make sure I'm not wearing anything that shows the company name because it'll cause an issue, Kasabian. Nobody wants to see you smoking weed. That's insane, right? To me, weed is way healthier than drinking alcohol. I like getting high. I have a lot of fucking stresses. I deal with a lot of mental shit that you wouldn't understand. And fuck walking a mile in my shoes. I dare you to take half hour in my fucking brain. You're gonna need some weed, dog. It's rough in there. None of these people were bad people. None of them. But the news won't tell you the truth. They were poisoned. They were tricked by shitty drug dealers that don't know how to cut drugs. There's a code to the street, bruh. We've lost the fucking code. You cannot cut your drugs with fentanyl and think that you're not gonna hurt somebody. Sorry, this is insane. Fentanyl is so deadly. Like, if we get into fentanyl, it's very, you can touch it and you can overdose from fentanyl. Like, they busted a guy with like a half key and they're like, yo, that half key could kill the whole eastern seaboard. It's not an overdose. This is not drug addiction. They did a little cocaine. So what? People do cocaine. You got kids on Ritalin. Don't tell me shit about motherfuckers doing cocaine. Y'all do worse. You do worse. Please don't tell me about the medicine you take from the doctor and tell me you have a problem with people doing cocaine. Like, stop it. Bro, if you drink coffee, shut up. This is not a drug addiction. Somebody that wants to do a little bit of coke and look, you know, whatever it is, do a little bit of blow and eat, that's nobody's business. And guess what? That's their right. They can do what the fuck they want. Do drugs. Be safe. Be careful. I would say at this point, we're gonna have to walk around with testing kits. One of the girls survived from the comedians that all got hit. She's actually one of the openers for Joey Diaz. If you know the fucking stories that Joey Diaz had, this type of shit scares me for people like him. People just want to have fun. I don't want to hear it. People want to have fun. I'm not here to say do drugs. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that live your life and do what the fuck you want. Shitty drug dealers that are cutting drugs with fentanyl killing people is wrong. None of these people were drug addicts. Stop it. They're not junkies. They're not sucking dick for fucking rock. These people aren't stealing things to get high. No, they went and they bought some cocaine from a reputable person, they thought, and they wanted to have a good time, and instead of having a good time, they're dead. They're not just sitting around in a fucking crack house. Like, you cannot say this was an overdose. They're not sitting around just banging needles and shit. This isn't the fucking 90s. All right, like, that's crazy. I was blown away when I read that because I keep on seeing overdose. I'm like, if it's an overdose, you would kind of choose. If I thought I was doing cocaine and I had fentanyl, I don't even do cocaine. I just smoke weed, but I'll be goddamn if somebody sprinkles some shit in my weed. That's why I'm just sticking to wax. Just sticking to wax.